Yes, indeed, folks. You listen to Blue Please here on WoW Radio. And the music today was provided by Internal Conflict. Check them out on myspace.com/Internal Conflict Band. If they have merch, buy it. If you can buy their EP, buy that too. These were like one of the first bands that I ever got to interview on my Demon FM show down in Leicester when I was at university. Crazy stuff. They are awesome, and they're going to be at the Bloodstock Festival, and so are WoW Radio. So if you can get down to Derby for that fest, I would strongly suggest that you do so. Go to the Blue Please forum on forums.wcradio.com and sign up and join our tent village and our WoW Radio barbecue bonanza and stuff that's going on there. Beer, metal, and greatness. Ladies and gents, I'm running very close to the end of the show, so it's time for the illusion of choice! We'll need a plaster for that one. Now, I've got one here that I quite like the look of. I like the cut of its jib, as it were. And now I've completely lost it. Where's it gone? I demand you show yourself immediately! Here it is. ATB, I would like to suggest the topic for the illusion of choice, which is leveling. Not just leveling in general, but leveling in the old world, particularly in Azeroth. Should Blizzard allow all characters to start on 55? And if so, what should happen to the characters currently under 55? Should you be able to create instant level 55 ults when you've got a level 80 character on the server, or should it just be left as it is right now for the sake of the old times? Being quite honest, leveling through Azeroth and Outland sucks, big time. I've done it well over 10 times now, and I'm currently leveling up a Paladin at level 67. I wonder now, why am I doing this over and over again? I've been there before, and so should I just level all over and over again for the sake of seeing the game from a different point of view? I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Sincerely, Griggs. Right, okay, 1, you're a crazy alcoholic, and no one should ever level that much. That's insane. You know, I've leveled like 1 character. Wow, that's not true. I've got 2 mages, yeah? I've got a US mage and an EU mage. And I've also got a level 60 rogue for Arcanist Belt, which I leveled using the Recruiter Friend system. And even that was kind of hard. I can never level a new full character. It just would never happen. I never pull it off. No way. I don't have the patience for that. So I can, initially see your point, but you've got to bear in mind that there's a very real possibility of people screwing up. I mean, for God's sake, the Death Knight, yeah? No, see how many bad Death Knight players there are? Eh? Now consider that with every class. Oh, I'm just going to roll up a Paladin. Oh, level 55. That gives me, what, maybe 40 new abilities to learn or something? An entirely new class roll to just pick up and get on with? Will I have learned it all by level 80? I don't know. Maybe. But it just probably wouldn't work very well. I mean, with the Death Knight, at least you get your stuff introduced to you. At level 55, you get it all dropped on your head. I mean, 40 new abilities? I'd have no idea what to do. I wouldn't have a clue. And that's me. I'm not a bad player. So what about the terrible players? Oh, God. Please, no. It would be a new generation of awful. And people complain about eBayers. You complain about that. But having said that, I can see your point. Now, there are other games that have done this, and Guild Wars would be a prime example. If you get a level 20, which is the level cap in Guild Wars, you can create another level 20. Admittedly, he is somewhat limited, as I recall. Like, you can only get certain abilities with them. It's better to level up a character. But if you want an instant PvP character, you can get one. And I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand the desire. I would love a level 80 Druid, because I would like a level 80 Boomkin, because I think it would be cool. I would also quite like a level 80 Shaman, because I think they would be kind of awesome too. I'd like to play an Elemental Shaman or something like that. But I don't have the patience, to be quite honest. What I would like to see, having said that, is the Recruiter Friend program extended. It's obvious the Recruiter Friend program was brought in for 2 reasons. 1, to recruit friends, and 2, of course, to provide a legitimized power leveling service. And don't deny it, Blizzard. Really, we see right through you. It was a great idea. But it stops at 60, of course. And now we've got the Outlands content, which, of course, everyone's cleared ad infinitum. In my opinion, the RaF should now go to 70, because the Outlands content is not as interesting as the Wrath content by any stretch, and people have already done it quite a lot. Give people a break. Give the triple XP. It might make the Outlands content a little bit more enjoyable, and the Wrath content, we know the questing is one of the strong suits of the Wrath expansion. No one's going to argue that. I don't know. Are they? Really? Even I didn't argue that, and I hate questing. So, to be honest, I'm not too concerned about doing that content again. I don't think I would mind. But I wouldn't get that far. Not even with the DK. I mean, for God's sake, DK start at 55, and you've got to do the Outlands. Ooh, epic questline. Ha! Awesome, awesome. I'm out of here. I'm ready to slay the demons in not Outlands. What? I'm supposed to be in Northrend. Why do I have to go to Outlands? It's got nothing to do with my storyline. Everything in Outlands is already done. I don't know. I don't get where they get that from. I imagine it's just to stop people crying, complaining. Oh, we won't start them at 65. That will be excessive. People already complain they start at 55 to begin with. They see this imaginary advantage. Seriously, do you really want to inflict the old world unmodified on everyone? Unless they do something serious to the old world to change how it is, it's going to be boring content for alcoholics, or anyone indeed leveling it out. It is. The content is nowhere near as good as the stuff they've got now. That's why Recruit a Friend is a great idea. Recruit a Friend perhaps needs to be expanded in some form that you don't have to actually get an extra player in order to do it. Yeah, maybe do it in a group. Absolutely. Maybe when you get an 80, give the ability to either grant levels or give the ability to grant a experience boost to an alt while in a group or something like that. Expand the RAF concept. It would work. That would make me more willing to level. I mean, RAF made leveling through the old world significantly more enjoyable because I didn't have to stand around doing all the really terrible quests. It's like, hey, new areas, quickly. We're going from area to area to area, so we don't really get too bored too fast, and you do it in a group, so thereby it's more enjoyable by default. So yeah, that's my answer to that, and it was a brief one, sadly, because I'm rapidly running out of time. So ladies and gents, we've got some shout-outs to do, so email me, themurloc@gmail.com. That is themurloc@gmail.com. Or you can PM me on IRC. That's irc.mrc.com, hash or pound wow radio. You can do that. Or you can tweet me on Twitter, if you so wish. It's twitter.com/JoltBiscuit. Send them in. And after this, I'm going to go and have a nice, delicious curry. Delicious curry. Shout out time, folks. Hey, TB, level 17 Space Shaman Brodus from what is that? Galkenrod. That's a terrible name for a server. Shout out to me for coming back to WoW like a bad coke habit. Obviously, wasn't too good a coke habit if you got to level 17 only. I want to give a shout out to my... Do I have to say that on air? It's twisted. I want to give a shout out to my love bunny. Burns the tongue as it passes. Diliantina on June Mall EU, who can't raid ATM. Best wishes from Shayna, whatever it is. A shout out to me for getting 100% clear on all WoW Peggle levels. That's more hardcore than beating Algonon. I'm sorry, Insidia, but you have been outclassed. Can I get a shout out to my brother who is listening to the show right now? More importantly, has never heard of Churasas, even though he's a supposed metal fan. Can you please take us out with some Churasas to enlighten him? Yes, I'll play some Churasas to play us out. Can I get a shout out to me for being accepted to the engineering course at my local college? That's on Sue. Excellent! A WoW radio listener is going to be building bridges which people have to drive over. I feel safer already. Oh God, help. A shout out to the guild Existence. I didn't target you and are failing with Malagos. Be better! A shout out to Plants vs. Zombies for being awesome in the extreme. Yes, it is. Waiting for Plants vs. Scourge. Shout out to RuneScape, the best replacement of WoW. That's from Dorman. We can safely disregard all opinions that Dorman may have from here on in. RuneScape is terrible, don't pretend otherwise. A shout out to Fidgetin. A shout out from Fidgetin. What is that? To my guitarist rocker friend in Napier Road. You rock. Shout out to my friend who just dinged 30, yay, and a shout out to WoW Radio staff for being awesome, and a shout out to Killing Floor, that's from Cresves. Killing Floor is a great mod, by the way. Zombies, better than Left 4 Dead, in my honest opinion. Go get it, it's on Steam for like $20, it's well worth it. Killing Floor is what it's called. A shout out to everyone in the Guild Dark Rage on Doomhammer EU and to me for buying StarCraft. Time to Zerg, that's from Ragavali. You'll be terrible at it. Can I give a shout out to my... No, you've already said that, that's terrible. A shout out to Foth for having the most ridiculous nick. That's really not all that ridiculous. Let's face it. A shout out to Indomitable on Suramar US. That's from Cartharan via Twitter. And a shout out to my brother. He and his girlfriend are together for 3 years now. That's from Bunkerface. So shout out so given. Ladies and gentlemen, I am done. My throat hurts. I'm having a mild fever and I have indeed had one since the start of the show. Didn't really want to tell you at the front because you're getting, sympathetic. But no, we battle through. Speaking of battle, it's Churasas. My name's Total Biscuit. This was Blue. Please check out the rest of our fine shows on WCRadio.com and on iTunes and any other good popular podcast aggregator. You'll be glad that you did. They are all fantastic. I will see you next time, folks, which will be on Friday with some impromptu guest hosts. Good night.